Lesson 6, we are going to continue on the verbs. Recently, with the lesson 4 and 5, we saw the keywords to be, c'est and ye. We talked about to have, gain, gagnant. The third one we want to get familiar with is to be able to, which is capable. And when we contract it, this is ca. We use this verb all the time. So, for instance, I can sing. Moi, capable. Chanter. M'ka chanter. M'ka chanter, ou capable chanter. To be able to. So, for instance, to go is aller. So, I can go to this city. Moi, capable to go, aller, non, which can be in, can be to. We'll see those prepositions. Non. This city, ville, ça. We'll see those things, okay? The possessive, the demonstrative pronouns. Or in the city or to the city, non villa. Okay, so that we understand better. Moi capable aller non villa, which means m'ka aller non villa. Can you go to the city? Oui, m'ka aller non villa. Très bien. So, capable, ca. Now, another one, very important, is to do. This is important because we use it very often. And for instance, do you know how to cook? M'ka fait manger. So, you see, that's a combination of I'm able to cook, but cook, in fact, is to do. They are very practical, which means that moi, it gives moi, qu'a fait manger, which means I am able or I can do with the meaning of prepare or cook a meal, yon bon manger, a good meal. This is a verb and this is a noun as well. And here we use it manger as a noun. Yon bon manger. Moi qu'a fait yon bon manger. So, subject, verb, we have to in that situation, to be able to do, or to prepare. To do is the bigger, the generic meaning, and inside we can have prepare or whatever. So café, yon bon manger, a good meal. Moi café, yon bon manger. Now, for instance, when we go out in field service and we want to talk to people, well, we can say, so we can say moi v'lez fait yon ti parler. So what do we have here? This is want, to want. I want to do. In fact, in English, we would say, I would like to have a small conversation with you. So I would like, but in fact, we are word forward. I want to do a small conversation. This is to speak, the verb to speak, and that's also a noun. So a speech, a conversation. Moi v'lez fait yon ti parler. And we'll see the preposition, the adverbs, avec, ou, with you, with. So we have capable, or ca, as to be able to, and fait as to do. And please understand that fait has kind of a generic meaning which encompasses many verbs. We use it all the time because they are very practical. From practical core viewpoint, they have to do the speech, they have to do the conversation. Therefore, they use fait, fait, yon, ti manger, okay, a small meal. Yon-ti parler, a short conversation. You put ti when it's the idea of small or something which will not take too long, too much time. Yon-ti parler, a short conversation. Okay, very good. So fait is to do with a larger meaning as the to-do verb in English. So we have to be able to do, and we saw to go as well. We are going to talk about that one, to give. To give is buy. Now, for instance, the problem is that this verb also you will see it as bon or ba. Again, this is very phonetic. The N here depends on what we have after in the sentence. For instance, but by default, this is to buy. If we hesitate, we use this one, and that will do it. But for instance, give me a book. Give me, or he gives me a book, easier. He gives me a book. Li. So we have the idea that it's ba plus something, moins, yon, livre. He gives me a book. Now, we have the M sound, therefore, we are not to use that one at the N. You know, it goes along, it goes together. Li bon moi yon livre. He gives me a book. Now, for instance, if I want to say, I'll give you a book, then it becomes moi. And then we'll see ou or who can write it like that. This is you. This is the contraction form, and we can write it W-U or O-U. Moi, ba, ou, yon livre, which means I give you a book. You know, with this sound, that will be ba. Vowel goes with this vowel sound. Ou, a, ou, a, ou. Moi, ba ou yon livre. Moi, ba ou yon livre. Li bon moi yon livre. And in all other cases, that will be by. So remember, when it's the N or the M sound after by, then it becomes bon. When it's a vowel sound after by, it becomes ba. In all the other cases, that will be by. For instance, bon Dieu, by la vie. God gives or provides life. So in all other cases, we will be in this situation. Very good. So we have this new verb by, which is to give. To be able to give, to do, to go. And we have this other. So to eat, manger. To need, besoin. To take, prend. So, moi, prends, yon, livre. So this is always easy. We always use the present form, we use the verb as is. We take the infinitive and that will do the present. So subject, moi, prend, verb, present, yon livre, object. So then to arrive, vini, to go, aller, to have, gagner, to do, fait, to want, vle, moins vle. Now, interesting thing. So, not the brutal, but you know the difference between I want something and I would like something, right? So sometimes we say I want something, but it's better to say I would like something, especially when we are talking to people, etc., in a very polite way. So I would like, this is conditional. Like, this is another key verb. Main, main. So let me put it there. Main. So I would like is moi. The marker for conditional is ta, main. And after that, I would like to give you moi ta main baou yon livre. Moi ta main baou yon livre. So we have the subject, the verb, and the object. And in the object we have two objects. All right, and this one. And in the verb block we have the first one, ta main, and the second one. So this is conditional and this is infinitive. Moi ta main baou yon livre. Moi ta main fait yon-ti parler avec ou. Moi ta main fait yon-ti parler avec vous. I would like to do, but in fact we say in English to have a short conversation with you. Moi ta main fait yon-ti parler avec vous. So we can see we keep the structure simple, subject, verb, object as usual, but now we have all these verbs in our pocket. What we are going to use, well, by default, this is present, right? And then the present progressive will be with the marker up. So, well, the question, what are you doing? Qui ça n'a fait? What? N'a fait. So, let me explain. We use nous. This is the very polite way to say, qui ça ou a fait? Qui ça ou a fait? Qui ça nous a fait? This is a very polite way to ask, what are you doing? You use nous instead. And that puts you in a humble situation when you ask this question with qui ça n'a fait instead of qui ça ou a fait. The interesting point here is that, you see, c'est pas qui ça ou fait. It's what are you doing? It's not what do you do? What are you doing? A fait. M'a fait yon gâteau. I'm doing a cake. I'm cooking. I'm doing a cake. I'm making a cake. But you see, that would be fait for to make, to cook, to prepare, to do. So, present progressive. Here we have the conditional. M'ta main baou yon livre. M'ta main fait yon ti parler à vous. M'ta main fait yon ti chita. Chita means when you sit. Chita, sit, sit. When you are seated, you chita ou chita. So, what ta main fait yon ti chita? That means I would like to do a small sitting with you. Basically, it means I would like to sit with you. I would like to sit with you. Chita. Donc, moins te rama. Chita. Aveu. And you can say that, or let's go up. The right way to say it is moi, taram. I would like fait, yo, ti, chita, avec. Moi, taram fait. I would like to sit for a little while with you. That will not be for the whole hour, but I would like to sit with you for a small time. Yon ti chita, so a small sitting, literally a small sitting with you. Yon ti chita aveu. Yon ti chita aveu. Très bien. So present progressive, ta for conditional, and we know that for the future, well, we have two va when it's indefinite. One day I will go and visit your place. Yonjou va aller visiter. That's vague. But most of the time we use pral. Pral. Pral fait yon ti manger. Moi, pral fait yon ti manger. I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook a small dish, a small. I'm going. Mon pral fait yon ti manger. Or you are going to receive many people. Pral fait yon gros manger. Yon gros manger. A big dish, or a big meal, etc. So pral fait yon ti manger. Another tense that we have not talked about, which is very. It's imperative. Sit down. So when we use the imperative, you are going to use met. So sit down. Nu met chita. Same thing, a marker before the verb. Nu met chita. For instance, your kids did something wrong and you are upset. Maybe that's not the right thing to say, but you say, go away. And you will tell them, nu metali, nu metali. Pinga ou fait ça. Pinga, it's another thing. We'll see that. Pinga means do not, never, ever. Pinga ou fait ça. Pinga ou fait ça. Don't do that ever again. Pinga ou fait ça. Okay. So, nu met chita, nu metale, nu met, most of the time. So, this is so nu met and then the verb, the infinitive. Nu met manger. Okay, let's eat. Let us eat now. Nu met manger. So, imperative, nu met. So, we'll see that it's used at a meeting. You can listen to the brothers. Nu met chita. You can sit now. Let's sit down. So basically what we did today, small lesson, we went through the verbs again, to be able. We have to speak, parler, okay? And then this one, parler, également, in the same way, it's a conversation. It can be a verb or a noun. So parler, yon-ti parler, a short conversation. But moi v'lais parler, I want to speak. Moi tarin parler, I would like to speak. To call, relay, very important. So, two things. The first time you meet with somebody, he will ask you, qui j'en ou relay? Qui j'en ou relay? Basically, it means in English, the equivalent is, what is your name? What is your name? But that's not what exactly we have here. It's how you are called. How you call. How you called. So, qui j'en relais? So, you have two ways to answer that. So, the easy way for us, moi, relais, Simon. Moi, relais, Simon. Or the other way, which is maybe more utilized within the Haitian community. So, non moins, c'est Simon. So we'll see that next time. That will all about how to express possession. We have three different ways to express possession. That's one. That's the easy one. So name, me or I, is Simon. Simon. Simon, the way we pronounce in Haitian Creole. Non, moi c'est Simon. Moi relais Simon. Qui j'en relais? Qui j'en relais? So it's called, right? But also I want to call you on the phone, or I want to speak to you over the phone. I want to call. Moi v'lais relais. Moi v'lais relais. Or I will call you. Moi pral relais. I will call you. Moi pral relais. M'pral fait ça. M'pral fait ça. Pral relais. Pral téléphoner. Pral relais. Call, c'est dit. Want, v'lait. You see, want all the time. To do, fait, all the time. Remember, it's bigger than only to do. To have, gain, to arrive, vini. To go, aller. To take, prend. Need, to need, besoin. To eat, manger. Okay, next time, next lesson, we'll talk about how to express possession.